Hello everyone, Neo Rashi here. Sorry, I'm really bad with my schedule lately. I haven't done the review I said I would do yesterday because I basically slept through all day. Definitely gonna make a review tomorrow though, don't worry about it. And so yeah, let's do this thing of the month. I now have 1,461 books, so 52 books since last month. So I'm going to start with the collector box I have. So all the collector boxes are complete. So I'm just gonna say which volumes I've read so far, and they haven't changed since last month. So let's start right now. A Silent Voice, I've read up to volume 4. The Quintessential Quintuplet, I've read up to volume 4 as well. Cells at Work, I've read up to volume 1. And Wotakoi, Love is High for Taku, I've read, the first book, which is actually 2 volumes, so volume 1 and 2. Alright, next is, and I'm going to need this, Sorry for My Familiar, volume 1 through 11, finally, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 3. Gal Gohan, volume 1 through 10, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 4. Syrup Yuri Anthology, volume 1 through 4, I've read up to volume 2. My Dress Up Darling, volume 1 through 9, I've read up to volume 3. Sweet Blue Flowers, volume 1 through 4, volume 1 through 8 actually, sorry, I've read up to volume, I've read this one, so volume 1 and 2. Vampire Dormitory, volume 1 through 10, I've read up to volume 6. Lovesick Ellie, volume 1 through 11, there's only one volume left, I've read up to volume 3. Next is Sunbeams in the Sky, volume 1 and 2, I've read volume 1. My Secret Affection, volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I haven't touched the series yet. Honey Lemon Soda, volume 1, 2 and 3, I've read up to volume 2. Dangers in My Heart, volume 1 through 6, I've read up to volume 5. I Married My Best Friend to Shut My Parents Up, there was only one volume, I haven't read it yet. Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games, volume 1 through 5, I've read up to volume 3. The Voynich Hotel, volume 1, 2 and 3, I've only read volume 1 and only in French. I haven't touched these English book yet. Next is Fly Me to the Moon, volume 1 through 18, I've read up to volume 16. The light novel version of Kuma 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 Bear, volume 1 through 14, including 11.5, I've read up to volume 4. Next is Whisper Me a Love Song, volume 1 through 6, I've read up to volume 4. Perfect War, volume 1 through 12, I've read up to volume 6. Beauty and the Beast Girl, volume 1 through 12. Volume 1. I was looking at Perfect War for some reason. I've read it. Superwoman in Love, volume 1 through 5. The entire collection, I've read up to volume 4. My Clueless First Friend, volume 1 through 4 in... Keita, please stop. Volume 1 through 4. I've read the first big book, so volume 1 and 2. This is the English version. I actually have the French version as well. The light novel version of Roll Over and Die, I Will Fight for an Ordinary Life with My Love and Curse Sword. Volume 1 through 4, I read up to volume 2. Keita, please. I got caught up in a hero summon, but the other world was at peace. Volume 1 through 6, I've read only volume 1, and oh my god, it's dusty. I can see the dust through the camera. Cheeky Brat, volume 1 through 7, I've read up to volume 3. Love in Hell, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I haven't touched the series yet. Next is Kaguya-sama, Love is War, volume 1 through 26, I've read up to volume 18. We Never Learn, volume 1 through 21, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 16. Komi Can Communicate, volume 1 through 26, I've read up to volume... Hello, Keita, please. Now he's biting me. I've read up to volume 19. Alright. Let's go with this shelf next. 5 Seconds Before a Witch Falls in Love, there's only one volume, I've read it. Doomsday with My Dog, volume 1 and 2, I haven't touched the series yet. Living Room Matsunaga-san, volume 1 through 11, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 7. Girl's Last Tour, volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've read all 6 of them. My Special One, volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read up to volume 2. The two of them are pretty much like this, volume 1, 2, and 3, I also read up to volume 2. The manga version of the Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady, volume 1 through 4, I've read up to volume 1. Mint Chocolate, volume 1 through 7, I've read up to volume 3. The manga version of In the Land of Leedale, volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read volume 1. My Friend's Little Sister Is It In For Me, volume 1 through 7, I've read up to volume 4. Little Witch Academia, The Nonsensical Witch in the Country of the Fairies, there's only one volume and I've read it. Fierin, Beyond Journey's End, volume 1 through 8, I've read up to volume 4. Igero, after being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway, volume 1 through 8, I've read up to volume 3. Hello Melancholic, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read volume 1. Outer Cannot Receive, volume 1 through 10, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 4. Happy Kaneko Scared Life, volume 1 through 6, I've read up to volume 5, sorry. The light novel version of The Alchemist Who Survived Now Dreams of a Quiet City Life, volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've read only volume 1. The light novel of Adachi and Shimamura, volume 1 through 10, I've officially read up to volume 8, but I've... volume 8 or volume 7? Volume 8. Yeah, volume 8. And I've unofficially read all 11 volumes so far. The manga version of Adachi and Shimamura, volume 1 through 4, I've only read volume 1 and 2. Studio Apartment, Good Lightning, Angel Included, volume 1 and 2, I've read both. Black and White, Tough Love at the Office, volume 1, I haven't read it yet. Next is A Condition Called Love, volume 1 through 4, I've read up to volume 3. I Love You So Much, I Hate You, there's only one volume, I've read it. If Which Then Which, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Sakurai-san Wants to Be Noticed, volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 2. The Summer You Were There, volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read up to volume 2. Magic Artisan Dahlia Wilts No More, volume 1 through 4, I've read up to volume 1, actually. The manga version of I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 Years and Maxed Out My Level, volume 1 through 10, I've read up to volume 1. Yuri Espoir, volume 1 through 4, I've read only volume 1. Banished from the Heroes Party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside. Manga version, I've only read volume 1. Alias Sometimes Eyes Are Failing in Russian, volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read volume 1. Chasing After Aoi Koshiba, volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 2. Wandering Witch, The Journey of Alina, volume 1 through 11. This is the light novel version, by the way, and I've read up to volume 5. The light novel version of I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, I've read it. The light novel version of Banished from the Heroes Party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside, volume 1 through 9, I've read up to volume 2. The light novel version of I'm in Love with a Villainess, volume 1 through 5, I've read up to volume 2. Higero, after being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway, light novel version, volume 1 through 4, I've read up to volume 2. The Executioner and Her Way of Life, volume 1 through 6, light novel version, I've read up to volume 2. Buffuri, I Don't Want to Get Hurt, so I'll max out my defense, volume 1 through 9, light novel again, I've read up to volume 4. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten, volume 1 through 5. Sorry, I read up to volume 4. You Like Me, Don't You? So Wanna Go Out With Me, volume 1, I've read it. Am I Actually the Strongest? Volume 1 through 3, I've read volume 1. The light novel version of I've Been Killing Slime for 300 Years and Maxed Out My Level, volume 1 through 13, I haven't started the series yet. In the Land of Leedale, volume 1 through 8. Light novel version, I've read volume 1 and 2. The light novel version of The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady, volume 1 through 5, I've read only volume 1. I Fell in Love with a Soapland Girl, volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read volume 1 and 2. Alright. I don't want to show you my messy room. Well, the room itself is not too bad, but my bed is a freaking mess. Alright. Oh, by the way, I have a new figurine. This Aharen-san, Reina Aharen figurine that I actually have to put on, like, on the edge of the shelf. Alright, anyway. Buffery, I don't want to get hurt, so I max out my defense. Manga version, volume 1 through 6, I've read up to volume 2. Paradise Residence, volume 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3, I've read 0 and 1. Alright. Otherworldly Izakaya Nobu, volume 1 through 10, I've read up to volume 8. My Dear Friend Nokotan, volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read volume 1 and 2. No Matter What You Say, Furisan is Scary, volume 1 through 4, I've read up to, well, I've read all 4 of them. Itomi-chan is Shy with Stranger, volume 1 through 5, I've read all 5 of them. Cats and Sugar Bowls, there's only 1 volume, I haven't read it yet. The Girl with the Sanpaku Eye, volume 1 through 4, I've read all 4 of them. Pompo de Cinéphile, volume 1 through 3, and I've read volume 1 and 2. Donut Under a Crescent Moon, volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read volume 1. Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, volume 1 through 9, I read up to volume 8. Azumanga Daioh, sorry, I spaced out for a bit. Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I haven't touched the series yet. Namikawa-san Won't Take a Licking, volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I read up to volume 3. Please Go Home, Miss Sakutsu, volume 1 and 2, I've read volume 1. Tomo-chan is a Girl, volume 1 through 8, I've read all 8 of them, this is the entire collection. Hinamatsuri, volume 1 through 18, I've read up to volume 11. Next is the Ideal Sponge Alive, volume 1 through 14, and 14 being the latest book I got earlier this week. And I've read up to volume 2. Next is a bunch of omnibus, so this one has 2 volumes, 2 volumes, and 3 volumes, but Kinder Spirit on the Roof, the complete collection, is the only one I've read. The Girl I Wanted Is So Handsome, The Whole Humanity Has Gone Yuri Except For Me, and Count Fujiwara's Suffering. I haven't touched any of these, and I had these 3 books for 2 years now. So I really need to read them at some point. Next is Magia Record, Puella Magi Madoka Magica Side Story, volume 1 through 5, I only read volume 1. How Chan Can Study, volume 1 and 2. This is the French version. I haven't read it yet. Agent of My Heart, volume 1 through 4. This is another French title. I haven't started the series yet. Daily Report About My Witch Senpai, volume 1 and 2. I've read both. Gabriel Dropout, volume 1 through 12. I've read up to volume 11. The manga version of Wandering Witch, The Journey of Alina, volume 1 through 4. I've only read volume 1. I Can't Believe I Slept With You, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've only read volume 1. I'm in Love with a Villainess, volume 1 through 4, manga version. I've read only volume 1. Flying Witch, volume 1 through 11. I've read up to volume 9. Rainbow in Black, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read all 3 of them. A Sign of Affection, volume 1 through 6. I've read all 6 of them. Aho Girl, A Clueless Girl, volume 1 through 12, sorry. I've read up to volume 4. This is the entire collection. Asumi-chan is Interested in Lesbian Brothel, volume 1 through 3. I've read only volume 1. When Budding Lilies Blossom. This is a hentai, so I'm never gonna show you I'm never gonna make a review of this one for obvious reason, but I did read it. W Pleasure, Twin Yuri Anthology. I've read it. There's only 1 volume. Spring. This is W Pleasure is not a hentai, but it's still classified as 18 plus. Yeah, it is very much ecchi. Spring Yearning, I haven't read it. This is another hentai, though this one is not a Yuri. Next is Rent a Girlfriend, volume 1 through 20. I've read up to volume 7. Star-Crossed, volume 1 through 4, the entire collection. I've read up to volume 2. Yuri is My Job, volume 1 through 11. I've read all 11 of them, and I've read like the last 3 within the last week. I've read all 3 of them, like, almost back to back. Sayonara Football, Volume 1 and 2. I read only Volume 1. This is the entire collection. Nishiju, My Ordinary Life, Volume 1 through 10. I've read all 10 of them. This is the, as far as I know, the entire collection, but I heard that Volume 11 is on the way. In Japan, at least. By the Grace of the Gods, Volume 1 through 8. I've read up to Volume 3. Rent a Really Shy Girlfriend, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read Volume 1 and 2. If you want to play with this, go play with this. Over there, thank you. Sorry about that. The manga version of I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, Volume 1 and 2. I've read both of them. And well, everything in this column, I've read everything. So, Blooming to You, Volume 1 through 8, Blooming to You regarding Saiki Saika, Volume 1, 2, and 3, Frag Time, Volume 1 and 2, I've read everything. Next is Kaze-san and Morning, the Kaze-san series and the Kaze-san and Yamada sequel series. I've read everything except Yamada Volume 2. If I Could Reach You, Volume 1 through 7, the entire collection. Keita, please. I've read unofficially the entire collection, but officially up to volume 6. Keita, stop biting me, please. The Great Jahi Will Not Be Defeated, volume 1 through 6. I've read up to volume 2. My Senpai is Annoying, volume 1 through 10. I've read up to volume 8. Citrus, volume 1 through 10, and Citrus Plus, volume 1 through 4. I've read up to... well, I've read everything. The Condition of Paradise trilogy, I've read all 3 of them. And Farewell to My Altar, there's only 1 volume, and I've read it. No, I haven't read it, sorry. Alright. We're more than halfway done now. Next is Futari Escape, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read up to Volume 2. Catch These Hands, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 3. Laid Back Camp, Volume 1 through 13. I have read all 13 of them. Secret of the Princess, there's only 1 volume, I've read it. The Girl in the Arcade, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I haven't touched the series yet, I really should soon. New Game, Volume 1 through 13, the entire collection. I've read all 13 of them. Yuri Life, No Love, No Life, Volume 1, well, there's actually only 1 volume, I've read it. The Demon Girl Next Door, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 3. A Galaxy Next Door, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 2. Monologue Woven for You, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 2. Shikimori is Not Just a Cutie, Volume 1 through 13, I've read up to Volume 9. Or 8. I think it's 8. Yeah, 8, sorry. Marmalade Boy, Volume 1 through 6, through these double-sized book. I've read up to Volume 2, so, well, this one. Keihan, the Complete Collection, Complete Omnibus Edition, sorry, Volume 1 through 4, basically. I've read none of them. Next is Like a Butterfly, Volume 1, I've read it. I also made a review, so if you want to watch it. I Don't Know Which Is Love, one of my newer acquisition, Volume 1, I haven't touched it yet. The Maid I Hired recently is Mysterious, Volume 1 through 6, I read up to Volume 5. Breasts Are My Favorite Thing in the World, Volume 1 through 6, I read up to Volume 3. A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow, Volume 1 through 9, I've read all 9 of them, this is the entire collection. Nay Nay Nay, there's only 1 volume and I've read it. Non Non Biori, Volume 1 through 16, the entire collection, I've read all 16 of them. Girlfriends, Volume 1 through 5, through these 2 double and half size books. I've read all 5 of them. Skip and Loafer, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 6. My Lovey-Dovey Wife is a Stone Cold Killer, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 3. Otaku L, Volume 1 through 5, I read up to Volume 3. Slow Life in Another World, I Wish, Volume 1 through 5, I read only Volume 1. When Will a Yumu Make His Move, Volume 1 through 12, I've read up to Volume 9. Look Back, there's only 1 volume, I've read it. Does It Count If You Lose Your Virginity to an Android? I've read Volume 1. Next is After Hours, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've only read Volume 1. Next is Alter Ego. There's only one volume. I haven't read it yet. Teasing Master Takagi-san, volume 1 through 17. I've read 1 through 4 in French, but I've only read in English 5 onwards. Next is The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, volume 1 through 6. I've only read volume 1. Failed Princesses, volume 1 through 6. I've read the entire collection. Kuma 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 Bear, manga version, volume 1 through 6. I've only read volume 1 and 2. Oshinoko, volume 1 through 3. I've only read volume 1. Imakoi, Now I'm in Love, volume 1 through 4. I've read up to volume 3. Volume 1 through 6. I've read up to volume 3. Next is How Do We Relationship, volume 1 through 9. I've read up to volume 4. Anna and Ina After School, volume 1, 2, and 3. I still haven't read volume 3, sorry. But I did read volume 1 and 2. Next is Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible, volume 1 through 8. I've read up to volume 7. I actually finished volume 7 a couple minutes before I started recording this. Tamamu-chan's The Fox, volume 1 through 6, the entire collection. I've read up to volume 3. Still Sick, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read up to volume 1. Next is The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, volume 1 through 5. I read up to volume 4. To Save the World, Can You Wake Up the Morning After with a Demi-Human, volume 1 through 6. I've read up to volume 2. The Vine Raymond Magical Girl Howling Moon, volume 1 through 3, the entire collection. I've read all 3 of them. After School Bitchcraft, volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read only volume 1. This is the entire collection. If the RPG World Had Social Media, volume 1 and 2, the entire collection. I haven't started it yet. Last Round Arthurs, volume 1 and 2, the entire collection. I've read only volume 1. Our Teachers Are Dating, volume 1 through 4. I've read the entire collection. The manga version, the light novel version, of The Saint Magic Power is Omnipotent, volume 1 through 8. I've read up to volume 2. The manga version of the same series, volume 1 through 7, I've read volume 1 and 2 as well. Call of the Night, volume 1 through 12, I've read up to volume 6. Idle Dreams, volume 1 through 7, I've read up to volume 1. NTR Netsuzu Trap, volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 4. Now Loading, there's only one volume, I've read it. Who Says Warrior Can Be Babe, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read volume 1. Goodbye My Rose Garden, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read all of them. Drugstore None of the World, volume 1 through 7, the manga version, I've read volume 1 and 2. The manga version of The Executioner and Her Way of Life, volume 1 and 2, I've read only volume 1. Mieruko-chan, volume 1 through 7, I've read up to volume 5. The White Cat's Revenge As Plotted from the Dragon King's Lab, volume 1 through 4. 4 took like 3 years to release for some reason. But I did read only volume 1. Oremo, volume 1 through 4. I've read only volume 1 and 2. This is the entire collection. Ero Manga Sensei, the entire collection that's been released in English officially, volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read all 3 of them. My Cute Little Kitten, volume 1. I haven't touched it yet. The Tale of the Outcast, volume 1 through 7. I've read up to volume 3. Days on Fest, volume 1 through 5, the entire collection. I've read up to volume 3 as well. The Golden Sheep, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read only volume 1. The Eclair series, I've only read the colorless one, the first one. There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover Unless, volume 1 and 2. I've only read... actually, I haven't started the series yet. Witch's Love at the End of the World, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read volume 1 and 2. Restaurant to Another World, volume 1 through 4, the entire collection. I've read up to volume 2. Konohana Kitan, volume 1 through 12. I've read up to volume 6. Futaribeya, volume 1 through 9. I've read up to volume 9 actually. And volume 10 releases in about 2 weeks. And it's gonna be the final volume, so I'm kinda sad. Anyway, Touring After the Apocalypse, volume 1 and 2. I've read both of them. Happy Sugar Live, volume 1 through 10, the entire collection. I finally read volume 10 last week. Imperfect Girl, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read all 3 of them. Our Wonderful Days, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Even Though We're Adults, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 2. Trapped in a Dating Sim, The World of Atomic Games is Stuff from Mob, Volume 1 through 7, I've read Volume 1. Days of Love at Seagull Villa, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, Volume 1 through 14, I've read up to Volume 9. Schools on Girls, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 3. Little Witch Academia, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Sex Ed 120%, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. No, actually, I've only read Volume 1. But I did read all 3 volumes of Strawberry Fields once again, the entire collection. The Alchemist Who Survived Now Dreams of a Quiet City Life, Volume 1 and 2. I've only read Volume 1. Gudere no Soha Nagiara, Volume 1 and 2. I've only read Volume 1 and 2. Well, Volume 1 through... I have Volume 1 through 4, but I've read only Volume 1 and 2. Next is... I think this one is Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister. I think that's the official English title. Only Volume 1, I haven't read it yet. My Tiny Senpai, Volume 1, I haven't touched it yet. Moving Forward, or Are We 2, Volume 1 through 11, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 3 or 4, I'm not sure. Partner 2.0, I did read Volume 1. Volume 2 is one of my newer acquisitions. Secret Girlfriends, Volume 1 and 2, I haven't touched the series in French yet. The French version of My Clueless First Friend, Volume 1 through 10, I've read all 10 of them. Yokohama Kaidashi Kiku, Volume 1 through 12, I read none of them, except, well, 1 through 4 in unofficial English version. My Boy in Blue, Volume 1 through 12, I've read up to Volume 4. Corpse Party, Blood Covered, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read Volume 1. Somersault Turn, Volume 1 through 5, I haven't touched the series yet. Plongée dans la Nuit, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I haven't touched the series yet. This one, I know there was an English title, but I forgot it. But somehow, the French publisher decided to give it an English title anyway. So, Hug Me Please, Volume 1, I haven't touched it yet. Sakura Saku, Volume 1 and 2, I've read Volume 1. Four Brothers for Me, I don't know if that's the official English title, but that's literally the word-for-word translation of the French title. Volume 1, I haven't touched it yet. Lovely Loveless Romance, Volume 1 through 4, I've read Volume 1. Cette Vie Auprès de Toi, Volume 1, I haven't touched it yet. Madoka's Secret, there's only one volume, I've read it. Waiting for Spring, Volume 1 through 14, the entire collection, I've read only Volume 1. Super Cub, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Dreaming Sun, Volume 1 through 4, I haven't touched the series yet. A Whisker Away, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 2. We're almost done. Only one small shelf left. Hana no Brett, Volume 1 and 2, I've read both. This is the entire collection. Une si belle couleur, Volume 1 and 2, I've read none of them. This is the entire collection. I think I already said it, but anyway. Oh wow, some of them are upside down, some of them are not, but Octave, Volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1 and 2. Flowers for Vincent, Volume 1, I haven't touched the series yet. And Yet You're So Sweet, Volume 1 and 2, I've read Volume 1. Mitsubishi Color, Volume 1 and 2, I've read Volume 1. Boss Bright Days, Volume 1 through 9, I've read up to Volume 2. Secrets of the Magical Stone, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read none of them yet. Luminous Blue, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1. No, I've read both, sorry. Entangled Assortment, Volume 1 through 5, no, that's not the entire collection yet. But I did read Volume 1. I haven't put them in order yet, but Adabana, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read none of them. Our Summer Love, there's only one volume and I've read it. En attendant lundi, Volume 1 and 2, I've read Volume 1. Country Girl, Alice in the Country of the Three-Sided Mirror, Volume 1 and 2, I've read none of them, sorry. Mon coloc est une gamer, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 1. Crossing the Mountain, Volume 1 through 4, I've read Volume 1 and 2. A couple of Cuckoos, volume 1 through 8. I've read up to only volume 1 actually. Girlfriends, volume 1 through 4. I've read up to volume 2. Sweetness and Lightning, volume 1 and 2. I've read volume 1. Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop, volume 1, 2 and 3. The entire collection, I've read volume 1. Insomniacs After School, volume 1 through 9. I've read up to volume 8. Santo Man, volume 1, 2 and 3. The entire collection, I've read volume 1 and 2. Next is The More You Chew, The Sweeter It Gets. I think that was the English title. Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to volume 2. Puella Majimadoka Magica, volume 1 and 2, I've read none of them. Neko no Otera no Shion-san, volume 1 through 9, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 5. Blade Girl, volume 1, 2 and 3, the entire collection, I've read volume 1. My Neighbor Siki, volume 1 through 10, the entire collection, as far as I know, I've read up to volume 3. Witch Watch, volume 1 through 4, I've read only volume 1. Saotome Love and Boxing, volume 1 through 10, the entire collection, I've read up to volume 3. And last but not least, Pseudo Aaron, volume 1 and 2, finally got volume 2, but I've only read volume 1. Anyway, that was it. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you probably tomorrow if I don't mess up my schedule again.